Right. Good evening. Today we are not going to continue that website designing part, right? The one which we started during the class session, right? But going to continue the lesson which we started as online lesson, right? Internet and email. So that is unit number 3 in grade 11. In internet and email, we have covered so many things, right? We completely finished the internet part and started to discuss emails, right? So hope you remember in the last 2 classes, I explained about some of the most important techniques used for sending emails, right? So hope you remember them. We talked about the facility 2. We talked about CC, and also we applied BCC. Most importantly, you all know the difference between CC and BCC, right? So I took enough time to explain all these things. I also did an example or exercise in the last class, which includes the CC to BCC, right? Okay, so that part is important. Hope you all can understand such things. Okay, so we can move to the next one. I think I explained about inbox in the last class, right? So when it comes to email, there is a folder called inbox. So that folder keeps the incoming emails, right? So whoever sends the email to me must be saved in my computer, right? All the emails which I received must be saved in my email account. So there is a folder called inbox to save everything. I explained that thing in the last class, right? So let's continue from that point. Let's continue from where we left, right? So okay, just take a minute or two to explain these things. Look here. 2, right? Email addresses of receiver or receivers are inserted here, right? I know all of you can understand this. Subject, there should be a title given for your email. Remember, the title is meaningful. At the same time, it must be brief, right? A brief, meaningful subject is always preferred. Even if you forget to include a subject, your email can be sent, but the receiver may not guess anything when there is no subject, right? So subject is important. So keep a meaningful short subject. Yes, we talked about CC, right? The email addresses of the receivers who receive the copy will be given in CC. Even BCC also same. The email addresses of the copy receivers are given here. But what is the difference between CC and BCC? The email addresses given in CC are displayed for all the recipients of the email. But the email addresses given in BCC are not displayed to any of the email recipients, right? Including the people who are in 2, right? Who are in the 2 section also never know anything about BCC people, right? Remember that. Okay. I think I explained this attachment also, right? Because when it comes to email, there is always a need for attaching something, right? You may attach an image, you may attach a video, you may attach a file like word processing file, right? Spreadsheet file, anything can be attached, but there is some restrictions there. It may differ from email provider to provide. Some of the providers have highly strict rules. Some of them may have lenient things, right? So remember, I mentioned one file which can be blocked by almost all the providers. That is exe file, right? The file which has exe extensions never be attached, right? So because the exe file is an executable file, which means installable file, they cannot be transferred or they cannot be attached in an email, right? There may be some other files also, but remember this file, okay? Attachment is important. And also one more thing I have to mention, that also at a time you can attach a file up to 25 MB, right? Up to 25 megabyte, the file can be attached with one email. For example, assume that you have 10 photos to be sent using an email, 10 photos. Assume that the size of those 10 pictures is around 22 MB. So if the size is 22 MB, of course, you can send all these 10 pictures in a single email. But if the size exceeds the number 25 MB, definitely you cannot send them using one email. You may split into two and send them into different emails, right? There may be some other techniques also applicable when your file exceeds 25 MB, but I don't want to, explain them at this moment, but there are some techniques to be sent. You might have heard Dropbox, right? There is a technology called Dropbox. You might have heard Drive, Google Drive. So we have some different technologies for sending large files, but generally email providers has the restrictions up to 25 MB, right? Megabyte. Okay. So I explain inbox, a folder for storing the incoming emails, which means the emails which the person received, right? If I have an email account, definitely I will get emails. All those emails must be saved in inbox. Okay, I explained, right? So let's take the other option, which is in email account, is called sent, right? Sent is nothing, it's another folder, right? Like inbox, sent is another folder, but you know, sent is not for storing incoming emails. Sent is for storing the copy of the emails which are sent by me, right? Sent by the sender. For example, I may send any emails to any person. So whenever an email is sent, there is a copy of that particular email is kept in this folder, right? You can't say that it is email. Better to use the word copy, because the original one has been sent to the relevant person. So there is a copy is kept in send folder. We can use that for later purpose. Even after sending that, you may check whether the emails are correctly sent to those people or not. So you can check your send folder and making sure that the emails have been sent to all those recipients, right? So I will show them directly. Look here, I have already opened my email account. I clicked on sign in option and gave my username and password and then logged in, right? So now I am inside of my email account. Look at the left side, right? So most of the things which are listed on the left side are folders, right? Most of them, almost all of them are folders. So here, find a folder called sent. So if I open this folder sent, I can have the emails which are sent by me, right? All of these are sent by me to other people. So here the email address to which I sent, right? So email addresses are there. Then subject there. So when a subject is not given, there is a name no subject, and the content also shown. Even if you attach something, the attachment also shown. So without opening the particular mail, you can see such things. And also, of course, the time is there, right? The sent date, send date is there on the right side, right? So as a column, these things are available, okay? So what is sent? It's a folder which keeps the copies of emails which are sent. Okay, right. So these are very simple things, right? You don't need to sit and memorize, right? Just go through and stick them in your mind. I know most of you may have email addresses. Most of you use emails. So these things are not hard for you, right? Okay. Then trash. You know the term meanings, right? English meaning. Trash is something which has wastages, right? Rubbish. So imagine it looks like the recycle bin folder in Windows operating system. In Windows operating system, there is a folder. Of course, that's a folder, but it looks like a different in a different shape. But it is a folder for storing the deleted files, which means wastages, right? So that is in computer. Similarly, when an email is deleted from your email account, that must be moved to trash folder. So trash folder looks like the folder that you have in your computer in the name of recycle bin, right? They are recycle bin, here trash. So when you think a file is no longer needed, just delete it. It must not be deleted permanently. It must be sent to the trash. Okay, so have a look at the description which I have given here. A folder for storing the deleted emails from the email account. Okay, let's go and check that directly. Right, have a look at this. I have opened that inbox already, right? So the things, sorry, the sent is open. I just go back to the inbox. Right, these are the things in my inbox. So suppose if I don't want one thing, yes, I can delete it. Assume that I don't want to this mail, HNB promotions or something, right? I don't want this file. So just select this. Right, you can note that there is a small box at the beginning. We call such boxes as check boxes. Just click it, which means just check it. So now I have checked it. Now there are some buttons available. There are some icons available on the top. Find this button, right? This looks like a recycle bin. So this is delete. Okay, just click it. Now look here, it will be deleted. You can see a message here, conversation moved to trash. What happened? Right, what happened? This mail has been moved. You cannot see the mail now, right? Look here, still the inbox is being shown, but you cannot find that mail sent by HNB promotions or something, because that conversation, which means that mail has been moved to trash. So go and check whether that mail is available in the trash folder, right? So this is how the trash folder is taken. These are folders. Just see the word more because some of the folders are hidden. Click on more, and now you can find that folder trash, right? You can see that trash. Now trash folder is open. See here, right? This is the one which I have deleted. Okay. Sorry, second one, HNB promotions. Look here, this is the one which I deleted. Even if you think that it is no longer needed, just select. Now see, now there is no recycle bin or delete. Delete forever. Delete forever. So it simply means if it is clicked, it will be deleted forever, right? It will be deleted permanently, right? So this is how files are deleted. But any file which is in an inbox can be deleted, right? You don't need to worry about it. If it is deleted, definitely it must be in the trash folder. Okay, so what is trash? It is a folder for storing deleted emails. Okay, right. Then there is another folder called draft. All these things are folder. Inbox is a folder, send is another folder, even trash folder. Now draft, another folder. Okay, I will read out the sentence or the descriptions which I have given here first. Then I will take some time to explain, because this is something which is very important for email sender. To store mails that are composed to be sent but could not be completed. What does it mean? You started to compose an email, which means you started to create a message, right? But you are unable to send it because sometimes assume that you want to send an email to 100 people at a time, right? You know that the technique is there. Yes, you can send maybe 100 or more than 100 people at a time. So now you are trying to send an invitation. Assume you want to send an invitation for 100 people. Imagine you need to type 100 people's email addresses in the field 2, or maybe sometimes CC or BCC, doesn't matter, right? You have to sit and spend time patiently for typing such number of addresses. Definitely it takes time, right? Sometimes it may be hours, right? You have to be there for typing 100 emails. At the same time, you have to type the body of the mail too, right? Sometimes the message can be prepared early also in word processing software. Okay, doesn't matter. You have to type the body also. But if it is an urgent message, you cannot spend such hours, right, for typing. So what can you do? You may type your email, or you may start typing your email message, right, whenever you need free time. So if I have free time now, I can start composing my emails. Maybe for 15 minutes or for 20 minutes, I can. But you know, within this 15 minutes or within this 20 minutes, I cannot complete. So what can I do? I can just close it. You don't need to worry about it, just close. Now what happens, your message is partially completed, but even though it is partially completed, it is kept in a folder called draft. Yes, not fully completed, right? But still the mail is safely saved in draft. You don't need to click any button. Your mail can automatically be saved. Right? No one is there to click it. Maybe you can close your works and shut down your computer. When you have another free time, just sign in your account and open the draft folder. The partially completed mail is there. Just open it and carry on your work, right? Continue your editing or continue your typing. Even if you don't have time to complete, yes, finish the work on that particular day, right? After typing another 15 or 20 email addresses, right? Just close it. Okay, then do that again. So here what happens, before you sending an email, right, the incompleted emails, right, so can be saved in draft. So once your email has been completed, once your message is completed, then you can easily send it. So I will show that directly, then only you can get a first-hand experience, right? So I will show it. Right, look here, I want to send an email to 50 people, right? Want to send an email for 50 people at a time. So on which icon should I click? Sorry, compose, right? So compose, I have to click on compose because I have to send a mail, right? So create a mail. So click on compose. Right, here it comes. So here in the to section, I need to type those 50 people's email addresses. Definitely typing 50 people's email addresses take time, right? So I want to type, I don't have enough time at this moment. So I want to type 3 addresses now, right? So let me type first one as sam@gmail.com. This is my first person. Okay, sam@gmail.com, comma. Better I take another person, right? rizv90@gmail.com. Put a comma. Now I have 2 recipients. Let me have another one like vani87@gmail.com. Right. So I could type only 3 addresses. As I don't have enough time, I managed to type 3 addresses. But remember, there are 47 more addresses to be added, right? Okay. Now Yes, if I want, I may put a subject also, right? Even subject can be typed later, but let me type a subject, right? Like urgent meeting or something. This is my title, urgent meeting, right? This is where I have to type the message, right? So assume that message is too long, so I just type something, but I don't have to finish it. So now this is incompleted mail. This is incompleted message, right? I started to compose, I started to create, but could not, complete it. Okay, so what can I do? I can close my work. Even you can close this window. So now is what happened when I type, it is automatically saved, right? So maybe within a particular duration, your works are saved again and again and again. So if you close, even you can close without any worries, right? Just close it, right? Look here, my partially created mail is not deleted. I just closed, but closing my mail or closing that work doesn't mean that it is deleted, right? It means it is saved in where? In draft. So go to the draft. Here it is. It's a folder, and open it. Here I have opened. Look here. This is the one which I have created. Draft. It is in the draft. Urgent meeting, and the message is there. Just open it. Now see, after some time, whenever you have time, just open and add your next addresses, right? So I have this person address. So now I type it. Okay. If I have time, I may type some other messages too, right? So now I don't have enough time, right? Just close it. And now go back and click on the draft. I click on the draft. Now your last updated things are available, right? Even look at this, the last added email address is there. So this is how you can create or you can compose your message. It is not important to create or compose at once, right? Because if it is a small message, it's okay. If it is a message to be sent for 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, maybe for 10 people, okay. But when it comes to large number of recipients, it is important to spend hours. So this is very, very useful tool. It keeps the incomplete emails until they are sent. So look here, okay, assume that the mail has been composed now, has been fully composed, right? I have created. So now I go back and open the draft, right? So assume this is fully composed. Now I have to send it. Okay, you can find the button send. So what happens if I click it, right? What happens if I click it? Okay, let me click it. Now you can find a message here on the bottom, message sent, right? So this message has been sent. So now this particular message is no longer available in the draft folder, right? Look here, I just opened the draft folder. Can you find that one? No, because until it is sent, right, it is there. It is in the draft folder. But once it is sent, definitely it is no longer available there. It must be in where? What is the folder which kept or which keeps sent emails? It must be in the send folder. So go to the send folder and check it. Here it is, right? Urgent meeting. This is the one which I have sent. Okay, so understand this idea. This is called draft. Okay, let's check it again. To store mails that are composed to be sent but could not be completed. Okay, you just started to compose, started to create your message, but could not be finished, right? Definitely they are in the draft folder. Okay, next one, maybe the last folder. There is a folder called spam, but in some email providers, in some email accounts, the same folder is called junk, right? Junk or spam, right? We can simply say that it is a folder to keep unwanted emails, right? This may be the short definition or short description. It is more than enough for exam, right? If it is asked in exam, definitely you can write unwanted emails. It keeps unwanted emails. But as a student who follows ICT, you should understand all these things clearly. This is the things which I often mention in the class. So you should understand the word properly. Unwanted emails. What does it mean? Unwanted emails. Right, look here. So generally the spam folder keeps two types of emails. We call them as unwanted emails. Maybe the first one, the emails which are sent by others may have some suspicious links, which means there may be some links added. When a user clicks the link, there may be some viruses or other malwares attacked your computer. So they may send a mail which keeps some suspicious links, hyperlinks there, which can lead to some websites. So without knowing or without observing, when a user clicks, it leads to some unwanted websites and spread viruses and other things. That is one thing, right? The unwanted mail includes that one, right? The mails which have malware, so viruses. The second one, bulk emails. Bulk emails can be taken as unwanted email. What does it mean? Bulk, B-U-L-K, bulk emails. The mails which are sent to large number of recipients at a time, sending thousands of emails at a time. Look here, we receive advertisements, some other offers, and some other newses from some companies. Some of the companies send us the advertisements, their promotions, right? Their offers, but no one requests them. We don't request them to send. They gather or they collect our email addresses from somewhere, because we publish our email addresses in our social media. Sometimes we give our email address to some companies. When we purchase some things, we give our email addresses. So these companies collect our email addresses, right, in different ways. And when they have a new product or new advertisement, they send all these, send those newses or advertisement for thousands of receivers. These are called bulk emails. Look here, I didn't request them to send such emails or such advertisements, such offers. So now my email provider thinks that they are unwanted emails because I didn't request them. They are sent bulk as a bulk, so they must be taken as spam emails, unwanted emails. So generally, if there is an incoming email, definitely it must be directed to inbox. We studied, right? The emails which are sent to us must be saved in inbox. But these spam mails, of course, these spam mails are incoming emails. But when your email provider thinks that they are not useful emails, they never allow them to go inside of inbox, right? So they direct them to spam folder. So whenever you have mails in spam folder, you must be very careful, because those spam emails may have suspicious links which can send viruses and other things. So if you have email addresses in spam folder, better don't click on any suspicious links. Just you may check the sender. Sometimes if the sender is unknown, better delete it. But at the same time, I must tell you one thing. At the same time, sometimes if a trusted email can be directed to spam mail, assume that you got a mail from a person, right, whom you can trust. But generally that mail must be saved in inbox. But for some reasons, your email provider scans it and it thinks that it is a spam or something. So it is directed to spam. But definitely it is not spam. It is a good mail. It must be saved in inbox. But unfortunately, it is directed to spam. So now you just open the spam folder, and now the sender is a known person. You can trust it. So now you can read and open. Even you can move that to inbox, right? From spam, you can move to the inbox. If it is a good mail, if it is a trusted mail, you can move it. Have you understood? So this is the idea. Spam folder keeps unwanted email, but I want you to remember or understand the word unwanted, right? So I just mentioned 2 emails can be taken as unwanted. One is bulk emails, emails which are sent to large number of recipients at a time, right? The other one, the emails which are sent with some suspicious links, right? The links which can lead to some harmful websites for spreading viruses and other malwares. Okay, so you must be very careful. I will show one example or one real example. Okay, so here you may find your spam folder. Go to the more, right? There is an option called more. Click on it, and here it is, spam. Click on it. Now see, I have some things which from some unwanted senders. These are senders, huh? So I don't know, I didn't request them, but they send it. Most of them may be advertisements. You see, it seems like an advertisement, right? It looks like an advertisement because they put something. So if I want, I can open, right? I can open, but don't click on suspicious things. Okay, just I open it. So look here, this my email provider alerts me, right? This message seems dangerous. So now I got an alert, and right, if I have any suspicious link, I cannot click. Here there is no suspicious things, but I think it asks some information from me. It asks right, my name and cell phone number and these things. So I cannot send them. It might be there is a fraud activity called phishing. I don't want to explain that one. Phishing is something which is which looks like deceiving the people, right? Deceiving and cheating the people. So I don't want to click it, right? I can go back. But if you want, you can use. I mean, you can move to the inbox, but I don't want to the inbox. If I want, I can delete it, right? Because now I realize that it is suspicious, so I can delete it. Even you can move to inbox. That option also available. You can move that, right? Move to inbox. So if I click on delete forever, it is deleted. Okay, so you must be very careful. Nowadays, a large number of spam mails are sent to people, right? You as an email holder, everyone receives hundreds of spam emails in every day, right? Every day we receive. I deleted many spam mails today, right? But now within hours or within minutes, I got 3 spam mails. Okay, so try to understand. Right, so in some email accounts that is called junk. Okay, so these are some of the most important folders in an email account. Right, so these are enough about emails. So I explained about how to create emails at the beginning. Then I explained about how to sign in an email. Right, then I explained about how to send emails to the others using CC and using BCC. And today we took the folders, right? The folders which keep emails. Okay, right. So that concludes emails. Okay, let's move. Maybe as a last part of this unit, we have some modern trends in internet. So I already told you at the beginning that this unit is divided into 2, maybe internet and email. Yes, these 2 parts are there. At the same time, as a last part, there are some things about the trend, right? Modern trend in this section, right? So we have to take it, but very simple, because you know the trend is ours. We all are using the trend, right? So it's very common, right? Let's take it. Instant messaging, IM. Instant messaging, it's very simple. Sending short messages, right? Short messages between people, exchanging short messages between people in a very faster manner. This is called instant messaging. So we can, it is only text, right? Short message means sending the message as text. So that is called instant messaging. Nowadays, we use many applications, many softwares for instant messaging purpose. I think you can remember them, right? So we have many examples. Let me show them. Yes, these are the very common applications. WhatsApp, right? We all know with WhatsApp things can be exchanged. Yes, WhatsApp has audio facility, audio transferring, even video chatting, but we are talking about text chatting, right? Short messages, that is instant messaging. Instant, whenever I hit, after typing a message, I have to hit the enter key or button. Immediately the person who is in the other end receives and he replies, right? So that is why it is called instant, right? It's a very quick conversation. Okay. Then we have Viber. Yes, we know that this is the logo for Viber. And Skype, you know, Skype was one of the famous instant messaging provider at that time, but now, you know, Skype is, WhatsApp and Viber dominated, right? But, you know, Skype was once, it was a popular applications, right? Still people use, this is the logo Skype. And IMO is also used nowadays. Most of the people prefer to use, this is the logo IMO. Messenger, right? So mostly it is attached with the Facebook. Whoever use Facebook can message using Messenger. Messenger is another application, but we use it in Facebook for text chatting. Google Talk, Google has this facility. Google Talk, once people use, but nowadays, right, it is very less, right? Less amount of people use it. So instant messaging is a technique where short messages are sent between people quickly, right? These are some of the applications or softwares. Okay, right. Then social media or social network, another very common tool, right? Everyone knows not only the examples, everyone knows their purpose, right? So social networks are websites used for building the relationships between people, right? So now as a student, you are in a grade now, but maybe after some time, after 10 years, you may be in different part of the world. So at that time, definitely you need to get in touch with your friends that whom you lost or whom you disconnected, maybe in the school days, right? So at that time, definitely you need a tool. Maybe at this moment, you don't need to take such softwares or such websites, because now you have your friends. But at one stage, definitely we realized that we want to reconnect with the friends. This is very useful. It can help you to reconnect. It can help you to build relationships, right? That is social network or social media. There are a number of social medias available. I hope you remember them. I have listed some of them. Facebook is there. Since it is a website, I put the URL https www.facebook.com. They use HTTPS, right? We talked about these protocols earlier. It's a secure website, right? This is the logo. This is a well-known logo. Then we have twitter.com, https www.twitter.com. It's another website. This is the logo. Small bird flying. Then LinkedIn, yes, we know that, right? That application is always installed in our computer. Phones, smartphones. We use LinkedIn. Sorry, not this one. LinkedIn. We use it in, not actually in. We don't install, but we use it, right? As I mentioned earlier, LinkedIn is mostly used by the professionals who belongs to different professions, right? So I explain, I think, these things in web designing section. So remember this. This is LinkedIn. Flickr.com. This is the logo, and Instagram. right? Instagram, this is the one which I mentioned earlier. People install this application in mobile phone, in smartphones for connecting with people, right? So social networks are websites for building relationships, right? So these are some of the examples. Right, then video conferencing. This is not the new term because we already learned in grade 10, but have to check it again. This is very simple because now, even now, right now, we all of us engage in a video call. But unfortunately, I didn't allow you to, on your videos, right, on your cameras. But remember, this is the video conferencing, right? Many people, including me and you, right, all of us are in a conversation. You are here, I'm here in my place with my camera and right my computer, and you are here, you are there at your home with your mobile phones, with your camera. But what happens if you on your camera, right? Here on my screen, I can see all of you. I can see all of your faces, and now it can be taken or it can be carried out as a conversation. But since it's a teaching, I don't allow you to ask question at this time because it may trouble the others. But if it is a healthiest conversation, definitely you have to show your videos, right? And you can ask anything. And it is yes, of course, it is a video conferencing. The conversation which is being carried out now, it is a video conferencing. So it's very simple to understand because now you are as a part of a video conferencing. So I can understand. I hope that you can understand. So what is video conferencing? It's a conversation between many people visually using internet. Assume if the internet is absent, right? If internet is not available, you know, this conversation, this online teaching is impossible. So we are in a conversation, we are in a video conversation, it is because of internet. Okay, that is video conferencing. It's a conversation between many people over internet, right? There are 4 requirements for conducting a video conferencing. I already listed in grade 10, but let me check them again. As you can see, computer is must, right? You may use mobile phone, smartphone. You know, smartphone is nothing, it's a computer, right? So computer, smartphone is must. Internet, yes, as I mentioned earlier, internet is must because it's a medium to connect all these people. Web camera, yes, it is a video conferencing, so having a web camera is important, right? Everyone must have a web camera. Nowadays, all the computers and mobile phones have inbuilt web cameras, which means the camera has already been built permanently, right? So I'm talking about laptop computers and smartphones. Unfortunately, in desktop computers, inbuilt or built-in camera is not there. You have to purchase additionally, right? So web camera is must. But in addition to them, we need a software which arrange all these videos and which manages the audios and everything. Remember, we are in a conversation. We are in a video conference at this moment. It is because of computer, yes. It is because of internet, yes. But at the same time, look here, we all are using a software called Zoom. That Zoom application is must. Maybe an application which is similar to Zoom, right? You may have heard that we use Microsoft Teams, right? That is an application for video conferencing. Even Google has that one, right? Google Meet, that is another one. So definitely you need to have an application software for managing this video conferencing. That is here I have listed communication software. Having the first 3 requirements not sufficient to complete your video conferencing. The last one is important, video conferencing. Have you understood? So these are the 4 requirements to be taken, right? So they are important. So it's the pictures are not important, right? You can simply understand. So on my display, I can see all of your faces. Even on your display, maybe a monitor, maybe a smartphone screen, you can see the rest of the people, including me, right? All these things can be visible. Okay, so this is how a video conferencing looks like, right? Right. Then I come to another important part, cloud computing. Try to understand that is also important. Maybe it may be a modern trend, but I'm not trying to say that it is the latest one. Maybe years ago it was introduced, but still it is the modern one. Even in Sri Lanka, we don't use cloud computing fully because there are some restrictions. So let me explain cloud computing first, right? Before I explain the term cloud computing, I must explain one or two things. Then only you can understand the idea, right? You can get the idea. Listen. Take this example. It may not be a proper one, but it would be the best one to understand this idea. See, nowadays, when a person, assume that a person came from abroad, right? And he or she wants to spend some days in our country. So when he wants to stay here, definitely he needs a vehicle for, traveling, right? Maybe a motor car, right? He wants a car. But he may think that the purchasing a new car is expensive because he has to stay shorter period. So purchasing a new car is useless actually because he has to spend a lot. So instead of purchasing a new car, he can approach some people who provides car facilities, for maybe rent facilities, renting a car for this. So now what can this person do? He may approach a car renting service and take a car for a short period, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Remember, this person has to pay only for those short period, maybe only for that usage, maybe 3 weeks. Spending a charge for 3 weeks is very, very less than purchasing a car. Have you understood? This is the common common method which most of us do, right? Instead of buying if a person stays forever in a place, yes, he or she can buy a new one, but otherwise taking a car for rent is cheap, right? So if you understand this idea, the understanding cloud computing is easy. So what does it mean? So now look here, as a user of, now I come back to the computer, right? As a user of a computer, I need many services. I need hardware related services. Listen, I want a high powerful processor, CPU. I need a powerful CPU, which means high speed CPU. I need a hard disk with high capacity. I need a random access memory, high speed random. So I need so many things related to hardware. That is a service, right? Hardware related service. At the same time, I need many softwares. I need word processing softwares. I need video editing softwares. I need photo editing software. I may need some programming languages. So I may need many softwares. But look here, having all the hardwares and also having all these required softwares as own is very hard. You have to pay a lot. Sometimes you need an application software for one day purpose. Assume that you want to edit a video, but you are not the person who edit video all the time. You want to edit a video for once. For editing a video only one time, sometimes you need to buy that software. If it is a licensed software, you have to pay maybe hundreds, maybe thousands, or maybe sometimes hundreds of thousands. You have to spend and buy it, but you need to use it, or you want to use only for one day purpose. Imagine how expensive is this. So instead of having all these services as own, you can approach some computers, or you can approach some companies who provide these services for others, right? So it looks like a rent, right? So you have to pay only for your usage. So what is important? You need to have internet, because those companies have all the resources in their computers, which we call cloud computers. Cloud computers are powerful computers with so many services. We connect to them and get all the services through internet. For example, okay, I will read out this description first. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, databases, networking facilities, softwares over the internet. So what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to mention here is, a cloud computing may have a wide range of services. If you want storage facilities, yes, they are available. You don't need to have a hard disk and get the space. They can give, or they can allocate the space in the hard disk. You may use them from your place. If you want software facilities, like I mentioned earlier, yes, you don't need to install any software in your computer. They install the software in their computer. They may provide a username and password. You can use them and approach it, right? Even databases can be stored. Okay, storage I already explained. Servers, if you want a web server or other servers, all of them are there. Okay, so try to understand this idea. They have all these services in their site. We don't know where they are. They may be in thousands of kilometers far. They may be in, maybe in US or UK or Canada. They may be anywhere. But with the help of internet, as remote users, we can connect to them and get any services which we want. Remember, we have to pay only for the usage. So if I want a video editing software, I can approach one of the cloud computing provider and ask that service for a week or maybe a month. So now I need to pay only for that particular short duration. But that particular software never be installed in my computer. That is installed in their computers. From here, I can get connected using internet and use it, right? So that is the idea, but I will explain some of the other things. But before that, cloud computing generally provides 3 types of services. You can get 3 services, 3 different types of services from a cloud computer. But now, as an introduction, I took all these 3 services together. I didn't separate them. I took everything together. But there are 3 types of services. The first type of service is called SaaS, software as a service, right? Software as a service, I will explain. Second one called infrastructure as a service. This is also one of the services provided by cloud computers. Another one called platform as a service, PaaS. So we can receive these 3 services from cloud computing. All of them are in different forms. Okay, so what is cloud computer or okay, we work with 2 words: cloud computer, cloud computing. So cloud computer means it's a physical computer which has all these services, right? Storage services, software services, all of them to be supplied to the others. The type of services given by the cloud computer can be taken as cloud computing, right? So if I am taking the video editing software, which means I am getting the cloud computing service. But the computer which provides that service to me is called cloud computer. Okay, so cloud computer is the computer on the internet for providing various services. There are 3 types of services given: software, platform, infrastructure. But we should understand these 3 services. We should know what infrastructure is. what the software as a service is, and also what the platform as a service is. Okay, so but I'm not going to explain them today because the time is almost up. So I will explain the services, types of services provided by cloud computing data. So just go through the today's lesson and understand the things. If you have doubt, ask me in the next class, right? Okay, thank you.